This is Oklahoma's own News 9.
After being turned away or misdiagnosed by dozens of doctors in Texas, one woman finally got help from a doctor here in Oklahoma City. The problem, a blood circulation issue. News 9's Ashley Holden shares her story from being unable to walk to getting a second chance at life.
One day I was fine. The next day I couldn't walk without feeling I was going to pass out or passing out. Swollen, purple legs, I couldn't breathe.
That was back in 2016. Since, Ashley Ivester has been trying to figure out why her health was declining so rapidly.
It took about a year for them to finally diagnose me with POTS. And then after that, about 5 years of trying to figure out why I had the POTS.
Most cases of the syndrome are diagnosed in women. It's a disorder that makes people feel dizzy and usually means there's issues with blood flow to the heart when standing up.
I started getting tremors, couldn't drive anymore, needed a cane or a scooter.
Ivester remembers a trip she took with her family, unable to do much of anything.
I remember my niece was looking at rocks on the ground and she asked me if I could help her look for rocks, and I couldn't even bend down to help her. I would sit there and point. Say, oh, look, there's one over there. And then that's to make me emotional.
In her early 20s, Ivester was in physical pain and emotionally was starting to give up after going to almost 40 doctors in Texas.
I've been told a few times that I've had these devastating other illnesses that I was dying, basically.
But before she reached her breaking point, a family member pointed her to Dr. Blake Parsons and the cardiovascular health clinic here in OKC.
She's definitely unique in the severity of her symptoms as well as her response.
But Dr. Parsons says they do see people, especially women, with similar issues and symptoms.
And they're looking for answers because a lot of time these women get labeled as being crazy and they just have anxiety and that this isn't really a medical problem.
Many times the patients know there's something wrong. After running tests, Dr. Parsons found an area that needed a stent to help Ivester's blood flow.
I would say within the first week, it was very noticeable.
Driving again.
Dr. Parsons and Ivester hope her story helps others still searching for answers.
What do you think is possible now for your life?
Endless possibilities, honestly. I mean, I'm getting married now. That's something I had given up on a long time ago.
In Oklahoma City,
I just have so much hope.
Ashley Holden, Oklahoma's own News 9.